From predicting the 24 racer increase to the golden shell to even the name of the game many years ago,
Whether it's something like Mario Kart World,
we've actually gotten a ton of stuff right when predicting Mario Kart World, and with the game releasing in less than a week now, that is absolutely crazy. I just wanted to take this video to go over some of my final predictions for the game. These aren't your standard run-of-the-mill predictions though. These are some very specific guesses that I have a lot of faith in, that I just kind of wanted to get off my chest before the release of the game. I do genuinely believe there's still a lot to this title that Nintendo hasn't shown us even a week before it releases. So hey guys, it's Thomas from the Switch Stop, and hopefully you enjoyed this more chill video where I go over my 7 final predictions for Mario Kart World. Okay, the first thing we have to talk about is a brand new character that I'm predicting will be in the game. This one's a little out there, definitely not confirmed by any means, but it's a prediction and I have my reasons for it, so let's get into it. I think that there is going to be a brand new character for this game, and I think it's going to be a T-Rex.
You serious?
Yes, that's right, a dinosaur. I think you'll be able to drive as a dinosaur in this game, specifically the dinosaurs from Dino Jungle. Yeah, I already told you guys in the intro, these are some weird predictions, but I genuinely do have faith in this one, and here's why. There are so many new bizarre characters in this game, characters that don't really seem to have much significance at all to the Mario franchise. Like, why are we able to play as a dolphin or a crab over a King Bob-omb, Petey Piranha, or Toadsworth? Well, the answer, as far as I can tell, is because a bunch of the new characters are actually related to different tracks. The infamous cow characters plastered all over Moo Moo Meadows, you can see conch doors in some of the desert courses, and if you go down the list, it seems like what Nintendo is calling the NPC characters all generally can be linked back to specific tracks. That takes us to Dino Jungle. In the remake of this iconic Double Dash track, there are now extremely realistic dinosaurs, like a lot more realistic than the ones on the GameCube original. That on its own isn't super surprising. In fact, Mario has had a somewhat recent history with realistic looking dinosaurs, obviously with Mario Odyssey and your ability to capture a T-Rex. I think that through Dino Jungle, you'll be able to unlock a dinosaur and race as them in the game. Yes, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter, you can already drive as a crab. Whether you're able to drive as a real dinosaur or maybe the older, retro, more cartoon dinosaur so it keeps in line with the rest of the relatively cartoony character roster, I don't know why, I just have a gut feeling you'll be able to drive as a dinosaur in this game. It'll be unlockable from Dino Jungle, and I just wanted to get this random prediction out there. The next prediction I have has to do with reverse mode. Now, if you're not familiar, a recent Japanese commercial showed this shot of Mario Bros. Circuit. However, according to everything else we've seen of this track, including Nintendo's own Treehouse, they're driving the wrong way. They're running through the track in reverse, and the track itself has even been updated to reflect that, with signs and arrows pointing the opposite way. My theory is not that reverse mode simply exists within this game. This trailer confirms that. You will be able to play tracks in this game in their reverse variants. A first for the main Mario Kart games, but this feature obviously did exist in Mario Kart Tour with reverse and later on reverse trick variants of courses. My theory is that reverse mode is going to completely replace mirror mode. Not only does this mean that reverse mode will be playable on every single track, but also by extension that mirror mode is gone. This inherently makes sense, given that reverse mode is kind of a level up of mirror mode. You don't really need mirror mode, especially because we're in a giant open world, so it would just be weird to like mirror an entire world. It makes more sense just to drive through the tracks backwards, and that's what we got. However, unfortunately, this prediction does have a downside. I think reverse mode is a straight up replacement for mirror mode, meaning it'll work just how mirror mode does as a brand new CC when you're picking what CC you want to drive. That is not really a great thing, and here's why. In past games, let's take Mario Kart 8 for example, if you wanted to play a track in mirror mode, you pick it from the menu. It's in between 150cc and 200, but it just races at 150cc. Because it is selected like it's a different engine class, if you want to race mirror mode 200cc for some reason, you can't. Now that's fine, because mirror mode doesn't really matter at all. For the vast majority of people, mirror mode is a fun tacked on side mode you might try once, but that's about it. However, running through courses in reverse is way cooler than running through courses mirrored. It gives you an entire new layout with new turns and new gameplay experiences, as you basically get a whole new version of said track. Yes, it's not entirely new, but the the layout is entirely different, and that's what matters. It's not a mirrored layout, it's completely in reverse. Unfortunately, since I believe reverse mode is completely taking over mirrored mode, that would mean that there is no way to play this in anything other than 150cc. I'm assuming 200cc is still in this game, but if reverse mode is really just the new mirror mode, we won't actually be able to play these courses in reverse in 200cc, which would be quite the bummer. This would basically mean they're giving us a ton of more course layouts, but then limiting it to one engine class. Granted, it's the most popular engine class, but still. I hope that's not the case, but I've followed Nintendo for so long, and weird, annoying decisions like this that would seemingly be super simple to fix are kind of Nintendo's specialty, so I wanted to get my prediction out. Mirror mode is gone, it's replaced by reverse mode, but that means you cannot play reverse variants of this track in anything other than 150cc, just like you couldn't do anything else with mirror mode. The next prediction I have has to do with Rainbow Road, the one track in this game we don't know anything about. Yeah, Nintendo has been keeping a pretty tight seal on Rainbow Road. We have that one leaked map image, and that's about it. However, I don't care, I'm still throwing out a prediction. I firmly believe that this Rainbow Road will have multiple retro Rainbow Roads with it, or at least one of them. Mario Kart 7 started bringing in retro roads with a remake of SNES Rainbow Road. Mario Kart 8 obviously had N64 Rainbow Road. It got SNES through DLC, and then the Booster Course Pass brought in a lot more. To see the new $80 Mario Kart game released with only one Rainbow Road is a bit of a break in the formula, and considering they've been working on this game for 8 years, I'm pretty sure they have something up their sleeve here. We know courses like Boo Cinema will feature other courses, in this case I believe it's the Ghost Valley courses, in its location. Obviously these are not the actual courses you drive here, this is Boo Cinema, but they still added these in here, meaning they're likely to be used in either Knockout Tour, or maybe as P-Switch missions in Free Roam, or maybe you can unlock them and then choose them in Versus, who knows. Regardless, it's clear Nintendo is adding in the layouts of past older titles, not necessarily as full-blown retro courses, but just as little fun treats for people exploring around in Free Roam. Now let's get to Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road, we obviously know, is going to take place up in the sky, but what is up there? What are you going to actually do up there if you go visit in Free Roam? Well, yeah, there will surely be P-Switches, question mark panels, and those hidden Peach coins to collect on the track itself, but I'm expecting more. I genuinely think that once you get up there, there will be some sort of reference to past Rainbow Roads. If I were to make a guess right now, I would say there will probably be a remake of either SNES or more likely the GBA version of Rainbow Road that appeared in Mario Kart Super Circuit. That seems like an interesting one that hasn't been remade, but would be super easy for the developers to implement because it is all flat still. Adding in these references to retro tracks rather than the actual retro tracks saves time in development, is clearly something they're willing to do, and in my opinion just makes sense for Rainbow Road. This is supposed to be the big grand finale of the game. Why not add in one of the older Rainbow Roads as a reference to truly reward players, considering this is your reward for beating all the Grand Prix? Next up, let's talk about Free Roam, specifically this guy right here. You see him? Yes, that's Nabbit, and he also appears right here, and likely many other places throughout this massive Mario Kart world. See what I did there? Yeah, so what does Nabbit actually do? Well, of course, I have a prediction. I think Nabbit will have some form of shop situation, allowing you to buy things with either coins you collect in the open world or maybe even those Peach medallions. I wish I could explain why I think Nabbit specifically has a shop, but a lot of it is kind of just a guess here. Whenever he's spotted, it's with a bunch of other things that make you think he's staying here. Nabbit is quite literally setting up shop in these locations. You can see he even has a little hammock in this spot. I also still firmly believe there will be a place where you could actually spend your coins in this game. We've seen plenty of examples of coins in Free Roam, specifically massive piles of coins that don't really make sense if coins are just used to get you up to your max speed like they are normally throughout the rest of the game. Sure, Nintendo could just be using coins the same way they have in the past, where you don't actually spend them somewhere, the game just keeps track of how many coins you've ever collected, and then doles out new vehicle parts as a result. They could do that, or they could do the a lot cooler option, which is give us some sort of shop feature, and I think that's what Nabbit's doing. I mean, otherwise, what else would he be doing here? I don't know. Maybe he's out there giving you missions, you have to go up, talk to him, and he'll like tell you something to take a picture of with snapshot mode. Nabbit could very easily be giving us different missions to do, specifically delivering items throughout the map, because we do see a a Nabbit courier service branded truck in some other footage. Or maybe you have to deliver him some food from the Yoshi's restaurant. I don't know. I'm hoping he has something interesting to do, explaining why he's placed all around this open world. I personally believe it's going to be a shop though, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Seriously, get your predictions out there. I mean, the game's almost out. We're running out of time to get our predictions out. If you put your comment in this video, you'll be able to fully stake your claim on whatever wacky prediction you have. Alright, the next prediction I have is a bit of a bummer. I think the battle mode for this game is going to be pretty disappointing. Yeah, sorry, again, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here, but Nintendo has not given me any reason to believe the battle mode is anything more than a tacked-on side mode. I'm delusional enough to believe that there will be stuff within modes like free roam that we don't know about yet, such as the Nabbit shop, but I'm not delusional enough to believe there are entire modes we're yet to hear about in this game, meaning the only two battle modes there are Balloon Battle and Coin Runners. That on its own is disappointing, but beyond that, I just don't think there's going to be much to do here with battle mode. I don't think we'll be able to customize a lot of the settings. I don't think there will be a ton of different maps. I just firmly believe battle mode is going to be pretty disappointing here. I hope this prediction's wrong, but again, Nintendo has not given me any single reason to believe they actually care about battle mode really at all recently, besides, I guess, the entirety of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at launch. So yeah, I just don't feel like this is going to be one of the good battle modes that we play over and over again. I think it's definitely going to be more of a tacked on side mode. Going from a pessimistic prediction though, let's get into something really positive. Specifically, I'm talking about this game's rendition of Bowser's Castle. I think this will genuinely be the best Bowser's Castle ever. I've never been a huge Bowser's Castle fan in Mario Kart, specifically with the more recent ones. I feel like Mario Kart 8's Bowser's Castle is quite disappointing, but everything we've seen of this Bowser's Castle looks absolutely sick. Obviously, I have not played the game yet. I have not played this track yet, so it might play horribly. Who knows? I mean, I haven't played it yet. However, my prediction is, just from looking at it, this is going to be the best Bowser's Castle we've ever gotten in the history of Mario Kart. The amount of random mechanics and gimmicks on display here, like fireballs that rain down and try and kill you, it seems like they went all out with this one, and I'm really excited for it. I genuinely think this will be the best Bowser's Castle track we have ever gotten in the Mario Kart franchise. Alright, here we go. Let's get to prediction number 7, and that is that there will be plenty of costumes we are yet to see in this game. Not only that, but I believe the costumes are going to work on a tiered system, and here's why. The Yoshi food item that actually unlocks the costumes for you, in my opinion, seems kind of dull. I would have much preferred to be able to buy these costumes at, for example, the Nabbit shop, and who knows, maybe we still can, but the only official way we know of to unlock costumes as of right now is by going into the Yoshi food stand, getting this food item, and then using it. However, when you're getting the food item, it can choose from multiple different foods. The actual types of foods themselves are dependent on where you pick this item up. However, there are multiple different variants of most of the food with 3 different tiers: a good one, a great one, and then the best one. These different tiers of food actually give you different timed boosts, meaning you can get a boost that's barely longer than a mini turbo to something that's way longer than even a mushroom. I believe that the costumes are going to be kind of tiered in terms of like what ones are kind of cool, what ones are a bit cooler, and then what ones are the coolest, and then obviously you unlock the coolest ones with the best and most rare food items. Because of that, I think there are a lot of really cool costumes that we just haven't seen yet. I'll throw out a specific example for you guys right now. I genuinely believe Builder Mario will be a costume in this game. A lot of the other costumes in this game have multiple different versions for different characters. Like, it's the same costume, it's called the same thing, but it's placed on a different character and obviously looks different as a result. I believe Builder Mario will get referenced in this game because we already know there is a construction outfit. Wario has a construction costume, but we haven't seen one for Mario. It would make sense that that would be Builder Mario referencing Mario Maker, because A, that's like the most iconic version of Mario in a construction outfit. B, we haven't seen that costume yet, meaning they could be hiding it for the real game because it is a neat reference. And C, Builder Mario was even in Mario Kart Tour. There are a ton more costumes that I think we'll get in this game that have not been announced. So click the video on screen right now to see the 50 costumes that I most want to see in Mario Kart World. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.